Have you ever told yourself, I'll start when? When I have more money, more time, or when things are just perfect? It's a trap so many of us fall into. And today, I want to share a story that might just change the way you see your own dreams. This is the story of Keza, a bright university graduate from Huye. Keza had a notebook filled with incredible fashion designs and a burning passion to start her own brand. She had the talent, the creativity, everything she needed to succeed, except for one thing. She was waiting. She was waiting for the perfect moment. She'd tell herself, I'll launch my brand when I can afford a high-end sewing machine, or I'll start when I've saved enough to rent a beautiful studio. She saw this perfect, flawless beginning in her mind, and anything less felt like it wasn't good enough. So she waited. A month turned into a year, and then another. Her brilliant designs, full of life and color, remained trapped on the pages of her notebook, gathering dust while her dreams stayed on hold. The world she was meant to dress remained unaware of her talent. One sunny afternoon, feeling a bit lost, Keza wandered through a bustling local market. The air was filled with the vibrant sounds of commerce and community. Her eyes landed on a stall where a woman was selling stunning handmade clothes. The fabrics were beautiful, the stitching was done with care, and customers were flocking to her. Keza, feeling a mix of admiration and envy, struck up a conversation with the seller. She complimented the woman on her beautiful work and her successful little business. Then, almost confessing, Keza shared her own dream of starting a fashion brand and her hesitation to begin. The woman listened patiently, then smiled a knowing smile. "Thank you," she said, holding up a simple needle. "I started this business with a borrowed needle and one single meter of fabric. If you wait for perfect conditions to arrive, you will be waiting forever. You'll never begin." Those words struck Keza like a bolt of lightning. A borrowed needle, 1 meter of fabric. It was so simple, yet so profound. All this time, she had been building a huge imaginary wall between herself and her dream, a wall made of excuses and the illusion of perfect. In that single moment, that wall came crashing down. She realized the woman at the market hadn't waited for a fully stocked shop or the best equipment. She just started with what she had. That conversation was the wake-up call Keza desperately needed. The very next week, she dusted off her old, humble sewing machine that had been sitting in a corner. It wasn't the fancy model she dreamed of, but it worked. She bought a few meters of affordable fabric from the same market and brought one of her simplest, most elegant designs to life. With a heart pounding with both fear and excitement, she took photos of her creation and posted them online. She didn't have a professional photographer or a model. She just used her phone and her own creativity. The first few days were quiet, but Keza didn't stop. She made another piece, and another. She kept sewing, kept posting, and kept sharing her passion. Slowly but surely, people started to notice. A friend bought a dress. Then a stranger sent a message asking for a custom skirt. Each small sale fueled her motivation. Her customer base grew, one satisfied client at a time, through word of mouth and her growing online presence. Fast forward 1 year. Keza wasn't just working from her room anymore. She was the proud owner of a small, charming fashion shop in Huye. The sound of sewing machines wasn't just hers anymore. She had hired 2 other people from her community to help her keep up with the orders. Her dream, once confined to a notebook, was now a living, breathing reality, creating beauty and providing jobs. Keza's story teaches us a powerful lesson. Waiting for perfect conditions is the #1 killer of dreams. It's more lethal than failure ever could be. Failure, at least, teaches you something. Waiting teaches you nothing and gets you nowhere. Your journey doesn't have to start with a grand opening. It can start with a borrowed needle, an old laptop, a single line of code, or one blank page. Just start. Start small, start messy, but please, just start. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, I'd love it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Let me know in the comments what dream you're going to start working on today. See you in the next video.